right, with that, let's shift our attention now. We're just months away from the elections in Bihar, and the political temperatures are clearly rising. The Election Commission has decided to conduct a special intensive revision of the electoral roll in Bihar just months ahead of the state assembly elections. This happens to be the first such exercise in the state since the year 2003. However, the decision to conduct this exercise so close to the assembly polls has raised the opposition's hackles. Leaders in the opposition are calling this an attempt to impose the NRC via the back door. Many in the opposition accuse the centre of trying to snatch the voting rights of the poor, the Dalits, tribals and the OBCs because they believe these communities are angry with the ruling NDA dispensation. The RJD now says that the EC is sensing defeat in Bihar after studying their own internal survey and hence is now deploying the Election Commission to manipulate the voter list to turn the tide in their favor.
प्रदेश के नौजवान को, क्योंकि नौजवान बहुत ज्यादा क्रोधित है इस सरकार से, एनडीए सरकार से, तो नौजवान को वंचित रखने के लिए चुनावी प्रक्रिया में भाग न ले पाए वो, ये उसके खिलाफ साजिश है। ये दलितों के खिलाफ, आदिवासियों के खिलाफ, पिछड़ों के खिलाफ और अल्पसंख्यकों के खिलाफ भी एक साजिश है।
आखिर बिहार का चुनाव होने से पहले क्यों हुआ लोकसभा?
यही हम सवाल पूछ रहे हैं कि आप 2003 में जो प्रक्रिया हुई उसको आप फिर से क्यों शुरू कर रहे हैं, और करनी ही थी तो लोकसभा कैसे हुआ फिर? क्या आपके पास आंकड़े हैं ही नहीं बिहार के वोटर्स के? ये क्या षड्यंत्र है, यही हम जानना चाहते हैं।
देखिए, गड़बड़ी रोकना था। पहले तो जो है ईसीआई जो है इस बात को इनकार करती रही, बीजेपी हमलावर रही और गड़बड़ी रोकने की बजाय जो है और गड़बड़ करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। समय लेकर के इस पर अच्छे तरीके से काम करना चाहिए। बहानेबाजी करके जो है ना, आम लोगों को परेशान नहीं करना चाहिए।
जो पार्टी अभी केंद्र की सत्ता में है उसके सर्वे उसको डरा रहे हैं। उसका डर दूर करेगा इलेक्शन कमीशन। कितनी स्टेक होल्डर से बातचीत की आपने? आप एक बार फैसला लेने से पहले लोगों को कहते। मतलब जो स्केल है आपके रिवीजन का, इट अमाउंट्स टू मैनिपुलेशन। लोग खारिज होंगे। ग्रीवांस रिड्रेसल का मैकेनिज्म किसी की समझ में नहीं आ रहा। तो मैं तो सिर्फ ये कहूंगा कि माननीय चुनाव आयोग, आर्टिकल 324 के तहत आपका काम है निष्पक्ष और स्वतंत्र चुनाव कराना। ये खोखले शब्द नहीं है, इसको जीना पड़ता है। हर का विश्वास जीतना पड़ता है। माफी के साथ कहता हूं, आप लूज कर रहे हैं credibility day by day.
My colleague Sabyasachi is joining us on the broadcast with the details of Sabyasachi. This is an exercise that is taken up by the Election Commission ahead of the polls, but clearly there is a lot of fear mongering that is taking place from the opposition leaders.
Well, that's right, Pratibha. See, the opposition clearly stated, and they have questioned the timing of the SIR. Now the opposition say that this has been brought just ahead of the Bihar polls, speaks of political motives. Now the opposition says that by doing this practice, it will put in risk the marginalized communities as well as the poor who does not have a proper access to medical hospitals, and in these circumstances, they would not have proper birth certificate of them or their parents. Now, under these circumstances, their voter I-cards will be cancelled. Now, the opposition says that by doing this practice, it shows the political motives of the ECI. Now, time and again, the opposition has been alleging that the ECI is working as a tool of the Bharatiya Janata Party and doing whatever that would favor the BJP in the upcoming polls. Now, this particular aspect has been objected by several political parties, not only the RJD but the Trinamool Congress, the CPM, the Congress, all of them writing separate letters to the ECI and even giving memorandum stating that this is unconstitutional, whereas on the other hand, the ECI also has issued a clarification that there is nothing unconstitutional about it, as this particular move adheres.
And the process of the Election Commission, why should the opposition fearmonger over the same and brand it NRC even when there is a clarification from the Election Commission, isn't it? Sabyasachi, stay with us just a moment. In fact, the Election Commission has strongly hit back at the critics. The Election Commission sources have told Times Now that the revision process will follow Article 326 and all political parties must follow. Now let's tell you what Article 326 is, which is in both letter and spirit. They say that those who are opposing the voter list revision process are opposing the article itself, demanding these parties make their stand clear. Now remember, as per several sections of the Representation of People's Act as well, the Election Commission may at any time direct a special revision of the electoral roll for any constituency or part of a constituency in a manner that they think fit. Citing this fact, the BJP is now hitting out at the opposition, accusing them of trying to muddy the waters ahead of the upcoming state assembly elections.
चुनाव आयोग इतनी पारदर्शिता पवित्रता के साथ 100% मतदान की गारंटी को लेकर के एक पहल शुरू कर रहा है जो देश के हित में है और उस पर प्रश्न उठा रहा हो, तो ये जंगल राज का लोग है जो बूथ लूट करके जिन पैदा करता था, जिसका डीएनए में लालू यादव के पुत्र हैं और राहुल गांधी तानाशाही के डीएनए लेकर के आए हैं। दोनों चुनाव आयोग पर, संवैधानिक संस्था पर प्रश्न उठा करके और संविधान के विरुद्ध काम कर रहे हैं। ये संविधान विरोधी लोग हैं।
मैंने विपक्ष को कल भी कहा है कि चुनाव आयोग ने जो जो निर्देश दिए, एक एक निर्देश पर विस्तृत उनको जो है बात करनी चाहिए। हवा में बात नहीं होता है।
Mohit Bhatt is also joining us on the broadcast with the details of the politics that's playing out around it. And Mohit, opposition leaders have done it time and again, questioned the Election Commission, and now even ahead of the polls, questioning the entire process by the Election Commission. Take us through what the Election Commission has said about the entire process and why it's a necessity.
Well, Pratibha, in fact, and BJP has been saying basically that the people, and clearly referring to the RJD leaders, Lalu Prasad Yadav, Tejasvi Yadav, and in fact Rahul Gandhi, that the leaders who believed in booth capturing, the leaders who did not believe in the constitution, the leaders who did not believe in the electoral system are now coming out and questioning the sanctity of the Election Commission. This is a 100% transparency drive by the Election Commission. This is what the BJP says. But why exactly are the opposition parties having problems if the electoral rolls are being revised, if a proper investigation is being taken place, a review is taking place? So that is what the BJP says. BJP says that without any proof, without any documents, the Election Commission is being blamed by the opposition parties. And remember, the last SIR was done in 2003, which was 1 year before the Lok Sabha elections and 2 years before the assembly elections. And that is where the opposition says that in 2003 there was certain time that was with the Election Commission. Now with just month to go to the elections, the time is not there. But the Election Commission has clearly stated that they will implement Article 326 in full letter and spirit, and they will work according to the norms laid by the Constitution. And ECI has already initiated this. They have appointed the BLOs, and the ECI sources also say that all the political parties are actively participating in the consultation. The political parties have been asked to appoint the BLA, block level agents, booth level agents. So clearly what we see is that EC says that they will go forward with the SIR, but the opposition parties are raising question, while the BJP says that this is the tendency of the opposition, that they raise question on the constitutional authorities whenever they do something.
All right, Mohit, thank you for joining us with those details. Thanking Sabyasachi as well, and slipping into a very quick break here. We'll be right back.